Welcome to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gubin. Here are the stories that we're following today, September 3rd, 2013. In sports, Roger Federer beaten by Tommy Robredo. In cricket, Shiv Chandapol Sawan invited to Demerara trials. King ready to lead Reggae Boyz attack again. Trinidad athletes win in Amsterdam Flame Games. Details on these headlines and more when we return.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gubin. This segment of the news is sponsored by Leica Mobile. Roger Federer's hopes of winning a 6th U.S. Open title ended with a shock 4th-round defeat by Spain's Tommy Robredo in New York. The 32-year-old Swiss, who lost in the second round of Wimbledon 2 months ago, went down 7-6, 7-3, 6-3 and 6-4 on the Louis Armstrong Stadium. Federer converted just 2 of 16 breakpoints and made 43 unforced errors, 20 on his favored forehand side, as he lost in 2 hours and 24 minutes. It means a much anticipated first meeting between Federer and Rafael Nadal at Flushing Meadows will not happen as Robredo progresses to the quarterfinals. It is the first year that Federer has failed to reach a Grand Slam final since 2002, but he remains determined to regain the form that made him world #1 as recently as last year. A rain delay of more than 4 hours meant the last 16 match was moved to the second show court, and a huge queue formed outside the stadium when news broke that the 17-time Grand Slam champion would be heading there for the first time since 2006. Federer has struggled with his form and a back problem for much of the year, but his early performances in New York had suggested he might be ready to challenge once again. Robredo, 31, had been taken to 4 punishing sets by Britain's Dan Evans in the previous round, and a 0-10 head-to-head record against Federer did not exactly instill confidence. However, the Spaniard twice led by a break in the opening set, and after failing to serve it out, raised a prospect of an upset by dominating the tiebreaker. The woeful Federer service game that included 3 forehand errors gave up the break at 4-3 in the second set, and 2 more break points when begging as Robredo served it out, thanks in part to one spectacular forehand winner. The comeback simply would not come in the third set as Federer failed to convert 6 more break points and was once again broken to love at 3-3. Robredo had won just 3 sets in their 10 previous matches, but held his nerve to serve out the match and condemn Federer to his earliest U.S. Open exit in 10 years. The Swiss played down the late change of venue, saying he had practiced on Armstrong during the week. Former West Indies under-19 captains Stephen Jacobs and Leon Johnson, along with the West Indies T20 all-rounder Christopher Barnwell, will lead the teams as the Demerara Cricket Board hosts 2 trial matches on Thursday, September 5th and Friday, September 6th at the GCC ground, Borda. Those 2 50-over games are trial matches and involve 3 teams are in preparation for this year's El Dorado Senior Inter-County 50-over round-robin cricket competition scheduled to commence on September 21st. Team 1 played Team 2 on Thursday, with the winner of that game facing Team 3 the next day, and players involved are requested to be at Borda for 900 hours on Thursday and Friday. Test batsmen Shivnarine Chandapol and Ramnaresh Sawan, both former West Indies captains, are among the invitees. However, the 33-year-old Sawan, who scored 15 tons and averages 42.6 with 5 centuries from his 181 ODIs, is nursing a wrist injury which requires about 4 weeks rest and is not expected to participate in the trial matches. National striker Marlon King has vowed to do his best to help Jamaica's Reggae Boyz qualify for next year's FIFA World Cup in Brazil. King, who has had a change of heart after announcing his retirement from international football last year, arrived in the island yesterday ahead of the Reggae Boyz' crucial CONCACAF final round World Cup qualifier against Panama in Panama City on Friday. The Reggae Boyz will oppose Costa Rica at the national stadium 4 days later. The 33-year-old King, who has scored 12 goals in 22 appearances for Jamaica, is regarded as a top striker, but has had a troubled relationship with the national team. He was ignored by former head coach Theodore Whitmore after serving a 2-match suspension for violating team curfew rules during the semi-final round qualifiers last year. Now King has put all that behind him and is looking forward to leading the Reggae Boyz attack. King, who is now a free agent after being released by Birmingham City, added that he was looking forward to donning the national colors. The Reggae Boyz are hoping to snatch the 4th place playoff, a spot that will pit them against the champions of Oceania in their bid to qualify for the World Cup. The United States lead the point standing with 13, followed by Costa Rica on 11, Mexico on 10, Honduras 7, and Panama 6, and Jamaica 2. Trinidad and Tobago sprinter Keston Bledman and hurdler Michael Thomas won their respective events at the Flame Games in Amsterdam, Netherlands over the weekend. Bledman stopped the clock at 10.11 seconds to top the men's 100 meters field, finishing ahead of Netherlands sprinter Sharandi Martina and Barbadian Raymond Gittens. In the qualifying round, Bledman was the first to the line in Heat 1 in 10.15 seconds, leading all qualifiers into the final. Martina won Heat 2 in a wind-assisted 10.20. Thomas emerged victorious in the men's 110-meter hurdles in 13.64 seconds. American Ty Atkins was the runner-up in 13.74, while Gianni Frankis of Great Britain clocked 13.79 to top 3rd spot. You're watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.